So, okay.
Okay, good morning, Miss Ayu. I'm Radit from Bukit Vista as a property manager. Actually, good morning, and you can say hello to all the employee of Bukit Vista, maybe, Miss Ayu.
Hello, good morning, everybody. I'm just dialing in from the storage room, so apologies for this
Good
because
morning, are you?
morning our coffee shop is so busy, so I have no choice, and it's a good problem to have, but it's not very attractive background. But here I am. Hi, everyone.
Okay, Miss Ayu, thank you. Welcome to the weekly inspirational speakers. And today, our special inspirational speakers is Miss Ayu. And then I am Radit as a host, and then this is my friend Miss Ayu Dava as a moderator actually, and then I am host who gonna lead this session, and then for the next. Okay, for the next, all of you guys, let's take a look at Miss Ayu inspiring journey. So Miss Ayu uh, used to be a mobility service manager at Writer Corporation. Start from 2014 until 2018, and then Miss Ayu as a founder of Bali Beans, actually, and then start from 2018 until present. Before we start the inspirational weekly speaker, maybe Miss Ayu can share a story regarding your Bali Beans as a founder, Miss Ayu.
Just a second. I'm gonna try to on the other one. I'm just logging in from my devices. Yeah, just a second. Oh, sorry, guys. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you fine now.
You can hear me better. Thank you so much. Just logging in from my computer rather than my phone, just in case I got a call. Um, okay, so yeah, thank you so much, Radit, for the introduction. So I feel privileged to be here again today for the second time. Thank you so much for your, like kind of encouragement to me too, as Balinese, as the entrepreneurs, as also as a human. I'll be happy to share what I know and my journey, so to be where I am today. And I think this journey will also hopefully encouraging and help you guys to achieve your goal and stuff. So right, so I'm gonna share a bit of where I'm from. I'm sure some of you knows me already in a little bit from the first speaker. So I'm Balinese. I'm from Plaga. Um, is a small village actually called Lawak village, which is north of Bandung. And my parents is both from basically from Bali too, so original Balinese. And the journey started actually when the bomb happened in 2005, when tourism was collapsed. And then that's the reason why I decided to actually work abroad, and because I have to support my younger brother to school, so make sure that he has a good education. And I'm sure a lot of you doing the same thing here. And that's where actually made me to work in Maldives. And then from Maldives I decided to go to Dubai, and then in Dubai I was also working as in the hotel industry, like where I learned speaking English, comparing to learning in English in school here in Bali. But then I learned English in more like focusedly in Dubai. And then after that, from there I moved forward to kind of more leading to higher positions in different, not just hotel, but I also seek the job where is outside of hospitality, because I realized that in Dubai, where the money is not there, so very much. So I decided then to kind of find a way to get a job in office, and then that's where led me to become a mobility service manager in a logistic company for almost about 9 years. And then the 9 years journey, obviously, from the start as well. And then after 9 years, so because I always have a 5 years goal, and then I think it's nice to have something that kind of like for you to look forward to, so everyone living here, and then in the world, like where, like growing older, finish school, get a job, get married, and everyone doing the same thing, right? But side of that you also guys need to think about to creating the income, because life is getting more expensive. And then and the same time as well, you have to think about your career as well. So career is like, I mean, everyone has a different goal, what they want to do in their life. And of course, for one thing is to have a good life and have a better life. So for me, when I decided to move to Dubai, I always want something better for me as a personally, and also for my family. And that's why I decided there. And then when I'm in Dubai, I'm also working on to improve my skills. So basically my English, my writing skill, my grammar, and the same thing, my work ethic as well, because in Dubai we need to adapt the way how they work, right? And it's not like in Bali, it's completely different, so, and then the culture that I have to work with is different nationalities, and I'm not mistaken, I think it's around 170 different nationalities actually in Dubai working. So for me, it was a really great experience. And then, of course, that led me to become obviously who I am today, because with what my business currently at Bali Beans is basically is very similar, and then it's all the kind of the skill that I learned along the way from the start of my career in Bali, and then work abroad in Maldives and Dubai. And then now I come back. Actually, I continue the life that I created when I was 14. Basically, I'm just a coffee farmer. But however, the experience that I had in Dubai, it led me to create a brand called Bali Beans Coffee, which is, I didn't know this is a huge opportunity for me until actually I went all the way to Dubai to find myself and to come back to start this journey. So what I'm saying is, we need to look around what's around us in Bali. There's so much opportunity um, that we have, and that's why a lot of foreigners, a lot of tourism people interested to be in Bali and wishes to stay in Bali, just because we are, as the people, that we are different and unique. And the same thing as well, there's just so much opportunity that the world doesn't have to offer, but we have it in Bali. So for me, as a Balinese, and you need to what I call it, we need to have our own home to, I mean, we need to know how to utilizing what we have the opportunity, to make sure that we use this opportunity is for us also to learn to become what we want to become. So basically, to create your 5 year goal to start with, to know where you want to heading for your career. And then once you achieve that in 5 year or less than 5 year, and you need to set another one to make sure as well. So I'm just going to give you example. And so when I came to Dubai, I decided to, let's have a better life for my family. So I did that in the first 3 years. So my brother finished education in 3 years, university. So he graduated IT, and I took him to Dubai as well with me. So I found him a job in Dubai so that he can have a better life too. And after that, my goal was to save some money and do some investment. So I create that as a passive income for me, so that when I decided to go back to Bali, then at least I have some saving, and then I have some money for me to come back, so that I don't have a job. I don't have to worry about a job. And then after that, I focus on building a capital to build my business. So that is very important too, because when you want to start a business, you have to be ready, not just by skill, but it's also capital and also mental as well, and experience, because that is a very important too. So, and this goal is you can achieve it among your 20s. So by the time you're 30, by the time you're 33, and then you already mature enough, and you kind of like already have the different mindset, and then also the experience will taught you different things. And then by 33, you're able to start your own journey, which is with a strong experience, financially, I hope. And then the same time as well, you already wear a lot of the knowledge what is lack in the market, so you understand the business side of it. And then you become an entrepreneur. And that's where with Bali Beans coffee, that where I am today, is where I'm trying to the reason being I started Bali Beans is also uh we need to improve our local quality coffee, because a lot of people or tourists, they're only aware that we have kind of only coffee to brew, and which is that's not right. We are the farmers, we create amazing quality of coffee, but we just somehow the marketing side of this in Bali, we still lack of kind of like the lack of knowledge of in terms of marketing. So with Bali Beans, we combine the way how we grow coffee in tradition, and but at the same time the way we serve coffee in a modern way. So yeah, so this is where we are. And then obviously our next 5 years, my next 5 years goal is basically to create Bali Beans at least five to different outlet in Bali. And then 10 years goal is to bring Bali out of Bali. So this is part of the journey, and I'm so happy to meet all of you here in Bali. I mean, sorry, on this platform, just to make sure, I hope I can share something experience. And then this is the start of Bali Beans journey, and at the moment we have two branches in Bali. So basically one in Umalas and one at Plantation, and we focus on more to promoting agriculture, so that we're not just relying on tourism in Bali, but also in case, we're giving like second income. So in case the tourism doesn't work again, so at least the people that we have in Bali can focus on the agriculture, and not just for locally but also export as well. Because again, the opportunity is so high here in Indonesia. We can produce anything and everything related to food, which is very very rich of that. And then not many countries to be able to do this. That's why Europe, like UK and Middle East, they rely on and their food source on the place like us. So why not to utilize this too? While the same thing as well, we focus on tourism. So if we get two incomes that coming into Bali, tourism and agriculture, and then this is going to be good things for us as a Balinese, and financially as well, in locally. So this is what I want to share with you. But feel free to ask me any questions. So yeah, so this is who I am.
Okay, Miss Ayu, actually, yeah, that's inspirational journey, I think, for your story. And then I have one question for you. And then,
Sure.
yeah, as a founder of Bali Beans, what the specific strategies and initiatives are in place within Bali Beans to support and empower women farmers in Bali? And how does the company measure the impact of these efforts on the community and the agriculture sector in the region?
Okay, so as you know, and some of you Balinese here, right, a woman as well. Okay, so this is a very simple answer of why I'm empowering women to start with. Women in Bali, we born with nothing. So as you know that, we don't have the will of the parents. We don't have heritage, nothing from our parents. And if we're lucky, we have a good education from our parents, so that we can bring this skill to our our future, to our future home with our husbands or with our partner. And then for that, the reason why, for me as a woman myself, and then if I didn't decided to go to Dubai, and then I wouldn't be who I am today. So basically, we wanna give more focus in the woman farmers, just because we want them to help to help them, to give them consistent income, being independent financially. Just because of that reason, that we need to learn the skill, and then we not focus on giving donations, but we focus more to teach them on how to produce products, so that this skill is, they're gonna have it forever on their life. So, and plus at the same time is also we connecting with the market directly, so we know the demand out there, like, when it's come to the promoting of the product. So they understood that the transparency is being created, and the bridge is being created to the market and the farmers straight away. And at the same time, a lot of farmers are actually incorporating using chemicals in the farm. And then for us is to convince them to move away from this short term farming, so that they can focus on to growing coffee, because coffee is doesn't require chemicals or any harmful fertilizers. So that means by they also can breathe a fresh air in the farm without using the chemical. And so it means we also creating healthier farmers in the farm. And then the same time is also for us as consumer, when we drink the coffee, example, we drink Bali Beans, is also we know that is also healthy and a good health for us too. So that's how we support the farmers in Bali, and then especially women, to creating, I would say, consistent income. So they knows every year when during the harvest time of the coffee, they kind of like, they know they have a market to bring it to, which is, that is one of the challenge part of being a farmers. Sometimes when you have a harvest, they don't know where they want to bring it to. So this is why.
Okay, Miss Ayu, thank you for the answer. Maybe is there any question from the audience? Please raise hand. Okay, Kak Furkon. Okay, go on, Kak Furkon.
Okay, thank you very much, Radit, for the floor. So hello, Mrs. Ayu. I actually have been here in Bukit Vista when you become the first time speaker speaking in the all hands. So thank you for welcoming our second invitation. My question is, you said about developing women farmers in Bali. So basically, how did you develop them? How did you teach them? Is there any, what is it, rewards first? The reinforcement needed, like for instance, reinforcing the good behavior with rewarding, or what, punishing the bad behavior by, what is it, making it as a punishment or something? How did you grow the women farmers as you mentioned before in your story?
So what happened is, in the farming industry right now, is the farmers is so disconnected with what is the trend in terms of the product, right? So example, coffee. Uh, the coffee that we consume here today in Bali, and then the way we consume it outside of Bali is totally different. So what I do is, I created the bridge, that's whereby I focus on the farmers to create what is the product which is demand in the market right now. Because the farmers, they don't have access much to outside worlds, where, example, the majority of like coffee consumers, example, so they don't know the trend. Like example, today coffee, we treat it the way the specialty coffee is not commercial coffee anymore. The coffee to brew, the quality is already not there, not the trend anymore, right? Where before it's like people already, when we're thinking about Bali coffee, they always think the same thing, is the mindset is the coffee to brew. And then back today, the people already start thinking like Bali coffees, Kintamani, from Plaga, from Wanagiri. So we're educating these farmers to create a product that based on the market demand. So through education, because that is the most important thing for the farmers to understand what is actually the demand out there. So the old time, the farmer, they create something what they know, but there's no buyers. But today, they want to buy something that is already there in demand. So then they know when during the harvest time, the farmers will get amazing price because that's what the demand in the market. And the same thing as well, we focus on the well-being, whereby the farmers will work much more efficient
Mm.
by providing them machinery, so that they can focus to work on a good high quality of coffee.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Ayu. I think I would like to follow up. You mentioned a specific work that is interesting to me, which is educating the farmers.
Yeah.
How did you educate? How did you educate the farmers? Like,
We show
could you
them how to process the coffee.
oh, I see. So you bring them in, like you watch them very closely, monitor their
Yes.
progress,
Yes.
performance.
So
Oh,
what we do is we do a program where the farmers can attend our in the plantation. This is like show them on how, example, full wash process.
mm,
Show
mm.
them what is natural process. Natural is one of the most expensive coffee that we serve in our coffee shop. And at the moment per kilo of green bean is like 185 per kilo. And this process is very tricky to make, and then for the farmers to be able to produce the characteristic and aromatic of this coffee is very important, for them to be able to sell it to us for 185,000 per kilo. And where they just process coffee in commodity way, they only get probably like only 100,000 per kilo, so we're providing skill and we help them to develop the skill.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Ayu. I got it. I will give back floor to Radit first.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Miss Ayu, for your insight today. Okay. Is there any question from Mr. G?
Yeah, Ayu, welcome back. It's good to have
Thank
you.
you.
It's amazing. We're going to run out of time, but I really want to ask you this question. So if we're going to do it, it's going to have to be fast, okay? So I wonder this. A lot of folks here who are young in Indonesia have visions, have dreams of traveling abroad and working abroad. What do you think is the difference between, let's say, in your experience as an Indonesian who's been successful pursuing a career abroad and people who are not successful pursuing a career abroad?
Okay. I think you need to really think about what you're going abroad for, right? And then you want to learn so much you can. Because for me now, I realize it because, I went abroad and I come back to Bali. So for me, it's like no matter where you are in Bali or you are abroad, the opportunity is actually everywhere.
Yes.
If you can see, I just, when the thing that I shared earlier, I'm amazed at how much opportunity is actually in Bali. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to move back to Bali. And the same thing as well when I was in Dubai, I will never regret it what I did in Dubai, because that who built me who I am and stronger personality, and that's why it's just the opportunity is everywhere. It's just you need to see it. So when you see a problem, okay, this is one thing, is very key thing, this one I'm always see it that way. So when you see a problem, example is some problem in the street or some problem with the packaging or some problem thing, don't think it's a problem. It's actually an opportunity for you
Correct.
to fix it. So there's so much problem in Bali right now, sampah, infrastructure, and a lot of things, but this is an opportunity for us to provide something that amazing, so when there's a problem, there's an opportunity. So that's my answer.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ayu, for your insight today. And then, yeah, I think the time is up. Yeah, for the next session is Dava who's gonna lead the session. Yeah, for the session is Dava who's gonna lead, and then for Miss Ayu, thank you. And then you
Thank
can
you so much, guys. I hope it's useful.
Okay, thank you, and you can
Absolutely. Thank you for coming back.
see
No,
our
you're welcome anytime. So thank you so much. I need to leave the call because I just, have another meeting to go to. So good luck for everyone. And thank you so much for the time again. And I hope it's useful, the one I share with you guys. And yeah, best of luck. And I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully one day in the Bali Beans.
Thank you, Miss Ayu.
Okay,
We'll come.
thank you, Miss Ayu.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ayu is actually a true inspiration. She kind of reminds me of, it's not very often that we actually see entrepreneurs leave Indonesia to go to another country to become an entrepreneur and then come back to Bali to restart it. I think there's quite a lot of unique motivation there, actually. So, all right, let's go ahead and begin. So, how's everyone doing? Terrible as usual, I bet, yeah?
No, hopefully.
All right, good. All right, let's recover some ground that we talked about last week. So this is one of the leading problems that we have from the past 2 months. And I just wanted to bring to light and have everyone be aware. Every month we have about 10,000 hours amongst the 40 to 50 people who work here at Bukit Vista to achieve our goals. And basically, we can achieve our goals if we don't waste time. These are the two leading ways where time is being wasted: lack of decisiveness and a lack of strategy. The root cause we examine is a culture of fear, or a fear of being ashamed. And we also examined the way to antidote this. The way to get over it is to foster a stronger sense of belonging. How do we foster a stronger sense of belonging? Participate. Participate right now, in fact, right? Participate and think before we get to the core value section of who you should recognize for core values and who you can recognize for leadership. Leadership, remember, it doesn't mean just the person who's the executive or senior manager. Leadership can be a person who executes really well and gives feedback whenever a process is broken. Leadership can come from a person who looks at something that, like Ms. Ayu said, is constantly a problem here, and they think of a way to make it more efficient. Leadership can be a person who looks at talent and identifies that a certain person has a particular hidden talent that nobody has observed. Leadership can be many different things. Please, if you see leadership, recognize it, because there are people who are carefully leading, maybe without titles, maybe without ever being recognized, and they're here amongst us. So do see that. All right. The next part is who belongs here, belongs to this mission, belongs to this particular why of what we do every day. Every day, every hour of the company's time should be spent on inspiring delight through hospitality innovations that positively transforms our guests, partners, and employees. And if you want to belong here, remember our core values. Be transparent. Don't assume. Use data. Step on toes. These are just the fundamentals one that we talk about very often here, and they are essential to belonging here. These are the attributes that we expect from all people who have joined Bukit Vista: bias to action, growth mindset, and self-learning. I'm just reminding everybody of these so that when you go out to actually give core value recognition, you'll actually be able to remember and identify what we are identifying people for. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about curiosity being greater than fear. In the next 2 or 3 years, I believe all jobs where there is fear, overcoming curiosity will not really be that valuable. Why? Well, it comes back to this idea, the AI disruption. Let me show you how actually disruptive AI is going to be and how magical it can be. All right. So in addition to talking about critical waste of time, let's talk about a critical opportunity. I believe that understanding has now been solved. Let me just pause again and emphasize that point. Understanding is now a solved problem. So you basically have no reason not to understand anything anymore, unless you're just not curious. And I think this is a quick demo of how I'm going to show you how understanding has been solved. All right. So let me show you something over here that I thought was impossible to understand. And I'm not the dumbest person here, but this was something that I struggled with to understand. So how many of you know about Midjourney? If you know about Midjourney, just nod your head. All right. Okay, good. You should all have heard about Midjourney right now. It's a very exciting program that runs on Discord that allows you to turn text into images. Okay. We've used it a lot in our blogs. If you're in BBW for marketing, you might have seen Midjourney run a few times. Now, being the curious person that I am, I discovered that the Midjourney algorithm was pioneered at Berkeley. And I was like, okay, this is cool. Maybe I'll read this paper because maybe I'll understand it. So for 2 months, I try to read this particular paper. And this is the part where it starts getting really thick and complicated. There's a lot of calculus. There's a lot of advanced math. It gets really, really thick here. If you guys can read this, you're probably a smarter person than I am, okay? So anyways, it goes on into very, very abstract concepts, into very, very high-powered math. And for 2 months, I looked at this and I couldn't understand it at all. Until you guys want to know until what? Yes. Until I went into ChatGPT 4 and I put it in and I said, read and analyze this paper and explain to me like I'm a slightly well-educated person. Bam. It came out and instantly I understood it within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, all of that math, all of those abstract concepts, I could understand. But I felt more curious now. I was like, okay, I get it. But please make it slightly now more challenging and walk me through it like you are a great professor. And bam,
Sir,
it added a little bit more complexity.
your
and now
screen
I
is still PDF.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sharing only the screen here.
Yep.
Here, let me share my whole screen here. Thank you. Okay, here, entire screen. Here you go. Ready? All right, thank you. Okay, here it is. First part, read the paper. So I uploaded the paper into GPT-4. It came out with an explanation. I asked it to make it slightly more challenging so I could understand it better, and it did that. And finally, when I understood the concepts finally very well, I asked it, now, I get it. Add all the math and explain what each equation means. And I finally got it. Something I could not understand possibly within 2 months, right? And probably I would have to go back to school and study advanced calculus, whatever. I can now understand within about 10 minutes. All right. If I can do that for a college level, I don't know, like a PhD level paper, I think everyone here can do that if they use GPT-4 correctly. If you don't understand how marketing works, if you don't understand how human psychology works, if you don't understand why talking to your parents doesn't ever get you the result you're looking for, if you wonder why you're never promoted here, right? Maybe it's time to go and access this knowledge and finally figure out what it is that you don't understand and assume that you probably don't understand. I'm assuming now I don't understand anything, and I'm going to understand better after I apply what I think I know to this particular way of testing knowledge. All right, that's one exciting thing, but there's more. There's more exciting things to actually talk about here, and this is this. So here's a problem I've been trying to solve for a long time. Back in the day, we have startup masterclasses. We interviewed all these great people, and we put them up on our YouTube channel. But here's the problem. Our YouTube content is good, but it's too long. Nobody wants to watch a 1-hour video. So low number of views. This has been up there for about, 3 years and not a lot of views. So why don't we do this now? Why don't we take the technology that we have right now recording this meeting and we use it to make a transcript? Why don't we take that transcript, upload it into GPT-4 and make a blog post? That's easier to consume. That's much easier to gain an audience for. Problem solved, right? But it gets even better. Why not go and take other people's content already that has been proven to be effective? Why not take this story? This is a YouTube video. Chitty Ashley, she already has 31,000 views on YouTube. She talks about building a property in Bali. Okay, I take her video, I put it into Fireflies, I get a transcript, and now the team, thank you, Jay, can create blog posts based on other people's content. And you can keep on doing this. You can take 2 transcripts from 2 different people and ask to create a cross interview based on what this person would say about the other person's content, right? Through the magic of using AI. No more lack of understanding ever in the future. If you don't understand, it's simply because you're not asking the questions, okay? So pretty exciting, I think, in terms of where the world is headed. And hopefully that demo can be really inspirational and really think about what is possible in your work, in your career, in your productivity, if you apply the tools correctly. That saves probably 10,000 hours because you don't have to write the wrong post. You don't have to go and collect all the content. You don't have to set up a studio here and get all these interviews and invite people. You can just go find existing content out there that's great, resample it, and make it our own content. All right. That's what we mean by the 6th evolution of Bukit Vista now. It's an AI fluent workforce. And we will expect everybody to be able to do these kinds of things within a few months. Now, you can be afraid or you can be curious. This is a choice that you as an individual have to make in the next 2 months, all right? I hope you become more curious because this is pretty exciting technology. But if you were afraid, I don't know. I don't know how far we can bring it. Okay. Next, the semester goal. Because we are crossing over into an AI age, I do believe that with this technology, with this ability, with having a workforce that is fluent in this, we are able to reach new goals that we thought were impossible. 3.3 million, 4.65 in overall rating, and a 5-star percentage of 76%. That's the award. 5x individual bonuses for achieving that target, measured on April 5th. Nothing for roundtable talk, unfortunately, for last week because there was no roundtable talks. But let's talk about the goals. 3 goals, 5x, 2 goals, 3x, 1 goal, 2x. Weights will be apply for individual bonuses, and also bonus caps will apply too as well. Interns are 3 goals for 5, 2 goals for 2, 1 goal for 1. Okay, before I conclude, ask yourself, if you're adding impact to revenue or the hospitality scores in your daily work with your time. If it's not, then you're probably working on the wrong thing and should ask for guidance, and you should ask for somebody to put you on the right pathway. Okay. All right, that's it. Let me hand it over back to Delphi.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jing, for sharing our vision and mission. And we move to the next session, who will be Airbnb Inside Dashboard, and will be presented by Kak Kayla. So, Kak Kayla, the floor is yours.
Well, I think she's lagging.
Kayla, are you online?
Kala is currently lagging, so let me jump in for her. Okay.
Thank you, Kak Marcel.
Yeah. Very sorry. I don't know. His laptop is freezing. Okay. Bukit Vista Airbnb dashboard. All right. As usual, we have the target of 76% of 5-star ratings and 4.65 overall rating within the 1st of October until 31st March. Next. Okay. Accuracy, we have increased 0.1% from last week, 78.4 to 78.5. Check-in. Check-in is decreasing 0.3% from 80.7 to 80.4 since last week. All right, and cleanliness, we have decreased 0.1% from 72.3% to 72.2%. Communication is decreasing 0.5% from 80.6 to 80.1. Okay, location is decreasing 2.1%, 69 to 68.9. Okay, value increasing 0.4% from 75.2 to 75.6%. All right, for the semester, target versus current progress, we need to achieve 2.1% more for the 5 stars and 0.03% for the overall. So based on today's delivery of the hospitality target and ratings, please every teams to have the focus to improve each of the metrics. So yeah, I believe that's it. We share the screen. Oh, there's more here. Okay. Weekly hospitality target and achievement. So the current state of each categories. Accuracy currently is 78.5. I think we have read it, but it is for, I mean, let's check for the SLA because we have read it before, yeah. The SLA for accuracy is 80%, check-in is 85%, cleanliness is 75%, communication 85%, location 70%, and value is 80%. So we have more focus on that service level agreement. Next. Okay. So this is the expected ratings into the actual progress, falling from October 1st until November 13th for the 5-star ratings and overall rating. Okay, revenue target achievement. I would like to delegate this to Bella. Bella, would you like to jump in to talk about revenue target? I think it is better for you as you have more understanding. Please, Bella.
Okay, thank you, Marcel. So, everyone, this is our progress of the semester target that measure the October 1st to March 31. So for today, our current progress from the revenue is resulting still away around 75.81. So we are still progressing at least 24%, right? And still need to catching up with 2.5 million. With the time left around 138 days left. So in this case, I'm empowering team to also focus to enhancing the potential for our current asset under management after we offboarded some properties that not improvable partners, or we say as spin down partnership and focus more on improvable partners. Let's catching up this on December. So as I mentioned before, we set our starting revenue for December. Besides of revenue management, let's focus. We need support from partnership and guests as well to achieve this target together. Actually, thank you. Back to Marcel.
Bella, I think you can give the floor back directly to Dava, yeah, because
Sure.
the slide isn't directly right after this.
Okay, thank you for for the reminder. So I will give the floor back to Dava.
Okay. Thank you, Kamarcel and Fabiola, for the updates from our Airbnb dashboard. And I think we can move to the next session. Next session will be quickly mission inspiration. Okay. So the first one, mission to inspire the light to hospitality innovation that positively transform our partner. I believe Kamahesi maybe. Or not?
Dava, if there
Okay.
is no story there, please skip to the table that consists of the story only.
Okay. Okay. Let's move to the next mission to inspire the light through hospitality innovation that positively transform our employee. To Kapurkan, maybe you can explain that.
Okay, thank you
Mission.
very much, Dava, for the floor. Yeah. So the innovation name is for this trial as an HR and leadership test. So the story is, since last week, HR would be proceeding all the new candidates coming to our job site, applying to our job site. So it will help us to assess two things. The first one, it can evaluate the HR ability to do the CV screening, and the second one is to test if the leaders are able to delegate the task more to the trial candidates as well. So we have done the first trial batch last week with 6 candidates. As you can see, that Radit now presenting. There are 6 candidates there. Brief evaluation. So far, we have seen that the HR judgment mostly aligned with the result of the trial, which is we got 5 corrects. So we presume that 5 candidates were not passing. So there's an 80% right there. Only miss one. We only miss one for Iranti. We thought she would be a pass, but unfortunately she dropped out. So that's a good start for the HR team. Thank you, guys. And however, it is not enough still because this is already the first trial. But we need to conduct more trials to make sure the HR reliability in the CV screening is better. So there are more to notes here. The first one, I would like to thank Mr. Jing for inspiring me to do this innovation or this policy. The second one, this is a heads up to all leaders. Please get your trial guideline revised if there is a needed to prepare more candidates coming for trials. Thank you. Back to you, Dava.
Okay, thank you, Kak Furkan. Next, we move to inspiring the hospitality industry through technological innovation. Kak Abang, maybe you can share the innovation.
Okay. Last week, engineering team released a new version of Bigger that added 3 new enhancements. The first one is the newsletter enhancement. Edit filters and search for newsletter. You can see it in the picture. And then the second one is the property team members. You can now see the property team members inside the booking details. Yes, you can see it in the picture also. And the third one is improve first time load speed for Bigger. Can be improved more in the next release. And we're still working on a new enhancement for newsletter that let the user can translate the newsletter. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Kak Abang. I think we can move to the next session. Next session will be company team and target and achievement. I think Kak Kayla, the floor is yours.
Is Kayla here now or still lagging? Okay. Thank you, Bella, for the notification. There is Kalilis here.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Kalilis, please help delivering this only strategic milestone on behalf of Kayla, yeah?
All right. So thank you. Because Kayla is not sorry to review for this one. First, I think we have reviewed the semester goal, and now I'd like to declare the November target achievement, where actually we are kind of behind. First, in terms of revenue target, we achieved 65%, while actually the remaining time is kind of only 50%, right? So it's not on track since the revenue, the daily sales is not improving yet. Second one is for the 5-star percentage. We now achieve 74.5, and then for the overall score, it's 4.61. That's the figures of the graphs that you can see for more details. If you have any idea, you also can reach out to BI. But further, I think the explanation, we can go to the monthly strategy. For the screen controller, please go to the next page, which actually related to this company theme.
Okay. Radit, you can go to monthly strategic milestone, yeah, under company team target and achievement. Is that what you meant, Kalilis?
Yes, correct. So while waiting for the loading, I've actually checked over the progress of every strategy that we currently has. Basically, for the revenue management part, we have 3 main strategy that we are working on. First is to try to move a qualified listing to the superhost account, where theoretically superhost account can have or can basically enhance the average daily rates. So we are in trial for Kokomo Unit 1 and also Villa Rumah Pertama. Is it loading? Oh, it's not loading yet. You can visit the page later on. And then next one is basically the staff quality improvement, where this inspired by adding the cleaning fee to the listing. But if we only add the cost without adding the experience, it's actually not good. So we will reward the staff that actually get a 5-star score in cleanliness and overall experience or overall rating. We will reward a money from the cleaning fee for the staff. So this is kind of a new strategy that will enhance the experience and also the ADR. Next one is the combination between the more best and CBIS strategy, where this is a proactive approach. It's still ongoing, but the most effective one is the CBIS, which is the conversion boost incentive strategy, where we proactively approach inquiry with offering 10% discount. We'll also expand the strategy to reach out the past guests, which to improve repeater. So whoever check in December 2022 will reach out and let's see if there is a conversion basically. Yeah, that one. Let's go to the wait, what is it? Oh, the track part. The upper part. Yang di atas. Oh ya, bawah juga boleh. Yep, okay. So that's for the empower high performing properties. That's actually kind of explained just now. So basically we empower the good property right now, which maybe later on can explain by Marcel outside the station. But what I understand from the revenue management part as well, we try to add extra services like offering free service for private chef, which can enhance the experience as well. And once we get like a 5-star review, we can increase the ADR as well. So that's a correlation. And in terms of assets in management, in the bottom part, we have tried to target more people from owner in luxury and resort owner basically. So this is by marketing team for the what is that? For the effort. You can contact Adil or Hafiz or Maskani for further information. And in terms of resource management, I believe everyone know, and Mr. Jing also announced it already, that we are empowering ChatGPT 4 to build the knowledge, especially right now it's applicable for URC and also for relationship management with partner. And the other one, you can read further over there, but that's all the effort. And I'm seeing that engagement for these documents is increasing. However, I just see like some people that is participating. Therefore, I hope that everyone can read over again all the strategy and debate or give us feedback for improvement. Thank you very much. Back to Dafa, I guess.
Right.
Okay, thank you, Kalilis, for explaining our milestone. And it's time for promotion and new employee. I believe Furkan, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Dafa. So we would like to announce the promotion of Gunung Gania. I believe he is here today. So give applause, yes, guys. Please give applause, give engagement with the emoticons that you have on the Google Meet. Because Mas Gani has exhibiting the attributes to be the Vice President of Marketing. If you are in morning URC activities, you may see him leading the discussion, giving the vision that is never has been talked about before. So there's a very good progress. So Mas Gani, good luck, and hopefully we can go further with the marketing team here to market Bukit Vista in the better world. Thank you very much, Dafa. Back to you again.
Okay, thank you, Furkan. Next, we move to court value recognition. Let's recognize our members. The first one, the nominator will be Mr. Jing, I think.
Okay, I've got a few. So the first one is to Furkan this morning. That's the one I remember. When you do something new, you're obviously not going to be perfect at it. And instead of expecting it to be perfect, ask for feedback from the people around you. I think that's a good habit. Also acknowledge that there is growth opportunity after you start something new. So yeah, that's over to Furkan. The next are actually to Marcel and to Shaylin for enforcing GES standards. And I think that's great. And also shift management standards. That's great too. Okay, those are my two.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing. Next, I believe Kakela is Kakela.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Well, good.
Yeah, actually, I got a couple. I'm going to the first one. This is to Amanda. To Amanda, this is related to how her work. Basically, I have not acknowledged her contributions enough on daily operations, but she's actually one of the best team player, I would say. So she's being very, she has her way of getting a really prompt and effective response in all areas, especially when it's related to guest operations. She understands urgency. She knows what to do in a quick and procedural steps. So basically, I believe her concentrated efforts have resulted in numerous resolved issues and basically satisfied guests. I would also say she's the biggest contributor right now for inspiring delight and the communications on the hosting side. Thank you. The second one, I'm just going to continue with this while I can. The second one to Dinda. I would like to recognize Dinda actually for her remarkable transformations and growth over the past 2 months, especially in the last 2 weeks. There's no longer fear or hesitations in answering partners' calls or addressing issues. She's even has become, I would say, an expert in setting the correct expectations to partners. For example, like Alex, and then for and to put partners like bad partners to their places, such as Adriani from Mivila and Linda from Kembang Kuning. Yep, I think that's the biggest growth for Dinda. Thank you, Dinda. Good work for that. And I think very last one, this is for Marcela and Kalilis. I had a terrible device malfunction this morning, totally error. But I knew from Marcel that he jumped in to cover the presentations, and also Kalilis. I came in the minute he finished the presentation. So thank you, Kalilis and Marcel.
Hello,
Thank you,
Radit.
Kalilis.
Please check the chat, Radit, and click the card.
Okay, Radit. You can click the card so we can see the detail. Okay. We move to the next nominator. Will be Kak Bayu.
Open the card, Dafa.
Open the card.
No, the
Radit.
one presenting Radit, sir. The one
Oh,
presenting
Radit,
is
okay.
Okay, I will just read it. This is for VD, for stepping on toes. So VD detected that there's a misunderstanding in my direction for Felix that causes Felix to think that we are canceling the entire work that he's done last month. So basically, he corrected me, and then we clarified the direction, and now everyone have the same understanding about the project. And I think this is really good. VD has shown his empathy and interpersonal skill to avoid disappointment in his team. And Felix now looks happy, not like very totally
Let's see
disappointed.
Felix. I can't even see him.
Where's Felix?
He has been
Okay.
joining.
Okay, that's
He
it
has
for
been
me.
joining.
Back to Dava.
Okay, thank you, Kak Bayu. And for the last one, the nominator will be Kalilis. Can you share? Yeah.
Right. I'd like to recognize Nadia to help me basically to improve the UI for projections. You can open the picture, Radit, and also that's very inspiring, easy to understand, and also very detailed. If you would like to know like what is further, and also for Mr. Jing as the visionary of this idea. By your triggers, basically, we can work to transform it to a better product. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Kalilis. So I think because we had so limited time, and I think we will skip the personal update.
Wait, let me stop you over there, Dafa.
Okay.
Hey, listen up. If you guys don't engage, you're not improving the honor culture. Let me just say that again. If you don't engage when somebody's been recognized for core value, you are not improving the honor culture. You are sustaining a shame culture. So please, if you do get an opportunity, please recognize somebody who has been recognized, right? Unless you don't want to be recognized and have nobody acknowledge your recognition either, okay? It takes giving to also receive. So please, engage on these moments because people have done good work, all right? Okay, continue, Dafa.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jim. So yeah, so because we have a limited time, we will skip the personal update. You guys can see the personal updates on the product. As well, we don't have announcement today. So I think, yeah, so that's all for all hands today. Thanks to the speaker, to everyone who have participating in this meeting, and have a great day. Until next time, goodbye.
Thank
All
you
right.
very much, Dafa. Thank you very much, Radit.
Thank you, Dafa.
Thank you, everyone.